I'm not going to lie, I literally just cut a recording and then continued it since the last episode. Hey, welcome to the last part of the Gako and Rio how to build miniseries. I might do the other cast if people want it, so comment below if you want that recommended. But though, basically I'm just going to be only, but the only ones that I have planned are the core group. So, hey, if you want to build Zarok, click here. If you want to build Rio, click there. And if you want to build Barok, click here. Alright, now the annotations are gone because now we're doing Gako. Personally, one of my favorite characters. He has a lot of personality traits that I'm actually carrying over to some of my original works. He also is the fan favorite character of the series. He's just a really short, angry red dude, and he's pretty coolio. He's a pretty cool red dude punk. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, here's a shovel that, like, basically, this is kind of minor spoilers, but in the Gako and Rio Omega movie, these are like going to be the core weapons that the characters have, so that explains why they were holding weapons in the previous parts. Barok just uses his hands, but Gako is the only one that admittedly gets a reference to a previous episode, which is the shovel from the Duel episode. So, yeah, that's pretty neato. Anyway, so let's talk about how to build Gako. Now, Gako is by far, like, well, I said Zarok was kind of a little unconventional. Gako is, like, by far the most unconventional Matoran build design because, okay, so, just need to dismantle this little man. Anyway, so, you know the Vaki and Rakshi lower torso piece. Take one of those, put a pin and an axle piece this way, put a hip piece this way, and then put an axle wrapped in a thin layer of tape this way so it creates a pinhole connection thing. That being said, there are ways like you can do the 2 pins and then an axle hole end like I used to do, but I changed it to this because this is more aesthetically pleasing, and since Gako, I'm never taking Gako apart, it's perfectly safe that I didn't, that I basically locked these 2 pieces in forever. But being aware that if you don't want to have Gako forever, do it the other way. Anyway, you flip the torso around. You put a Kapaka head, blue eyes, with a Turaga Doom mask. Unfortunately, yeah, we'll make Gako did not get the cleanest printing of it. Like, you can see a little bit of red on top of his head. Then you take a socket piece, or a hand, put it through, on, and then in our axle, put the other gray one here. There we go. Then we take Barok arm with hand, Barok arm with hand. Now these pieces, typically I would use the cheat that was a little bit similar to, you know how you can put an axle through a socket by putting a small axle there and creates this articulation. Gako originally had one of those for his legs, and it broke. So I changed it to the small Hero Factory red pieces. And while I'm debating on changing it back or not, it does give me more articulation, but at the same time it's not as aesthetically pleasing. That being said, Gako has only appeared like this in the final episode, and in all the other episodes he appeared with the other design that basically would only allow him to bend this way, but wouldn't allow him to bend all the other ways. And yeah, that's how to build a Gako. So, now you know how to build all the members of the DK crew. And yeah, thank you for watching these things if you were one of the people who watched them. And, wabba lubba dub dub, tatir bra, shalom, and all those other good things that people say. Wow, I screwed this up. I was going to basically just have it all posed up and then end, but at the same time, I didn't get them all posed up, so. Ugh.